One. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of For the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. We're up to episode number 8.
Oh my gosh, already?
I know, right?
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to do a quick round of introductions for those of you who have not seen the previous 7 episodes, and then you should go watch the previous 7 episodes. Or something
After
like that.
you finish watching this live stream. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, right. Watch this, or at least lurk. Go watch those, then come back and watch the VOD. That'd be perfect.
And then you'll get what's going on.
Right. Or you could head over to YouTube. There you go. There's the link. And subscribe over there as we try to hit our goal of 500 followers within my lifetime is kind of what I'm aiming for. I was like, hey, let's do it by the end of the year last year. But that was like the middle of December. Maybe that seemed a little much. So let's do a quick round of introductions. Let's start with okay, I was going to start with Shadow, but now I've made Shadow laugh. Adela, and then you can popcorn it afterwards.
Oh my god. Hi, my name's Adela. I'm going to be playing Aster. She is a tiefling cleric that just really loves organic things. Plants and trees and little peoples. So, yeah, that'll be me.
Hooray! All right, Shadow, are you okay?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm good. I can do this.
I'm also delivering a pupper treat while you do that.
Aww.
Oh, there you go.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shadow. I use she, her pronouns. How are you doing? I am, and until something weird goes on, I am playing Vestra, who uses she, they pronouns, who is our dwarf barbarian path of ancestral guardians, because obviously I had to pick the longest title out there. Yeah, she just really likes dragons and dragon things.
Perfect.
Oh, was I supposed to popcorn it?
Sure.
Oh.
Okay. Go, Mick, go.
I'm Mick, and I am playing the drow rogue who likes to steal things, named Chris. I think currently we are looking, we were looking for stuff rather than looking for our companions, but I think we're going to be looking for our companions now.
I wasn't going to point it out, but you're all like, hey, at least a few of those people are like getting sucked into a black hole in the kitchen. Let's go rob them. It was perfect.
The opportune moment.
Right? Mika, last but not least.
Hi, I'm Mika. He, him, and I am playing Lemon Zest, who's just a little guy, a little kobold, who is a warlock artificer, who's only in the cult because he has to be in order to get his inheritance, his trust fund.
I love it.
He has recently bonded with Mick, because while he's not as into like getting it, he appreciates where Mick's coming from here, where Chris is coming from here. Sorry, with the stuff, and like it's fun, it's useful. I think there's a little friendship forming there.
Nice.
Yeah.
The power of
if any
cults,
of that made sense.
friendship.
I'm still a little. I'm getting over being sick, so like I'm not fully all here right now. So
That's
I hope
okay.
any of that made sense.
It did.
It
Okay.
did, yeah. Sense of belonging, kinship, in a cult.
Right? Oh, wow. What did I just do? I don't even know what I... Okay, there we go. Push the wrong button over here. And I'm Jeremy. I suppose I should say that. You can find me here when I'm streaming, or over at WH Pubs on all of the socials. I feel like that's our intros. Let's dive into this episode. As we find, I guess let's do just a brief look back at the mess that was the last couple of episodes, as the 4 of you have been taken hostage by what appears to be some strange family that just wanted to hunt you. It's very strange. You were following some scouts or some spies that had been kind of keeping track of the progression of the cult that you were in, the Cult of the Dragon, which is a very well-to-do organization just trying to bring back the dragon goddess Tiamat. What's wrong with that, right? And in your endeavors, you had stopped by this quaint little village called Greenest, taken anything worth of value so that you could throw it into the Hoard that will be sacrificed in order to help summon back this goddess from the some number level of one of the hells, the abyss, somewhere in there. And in doing so, it had garnered some attention. And so these spies that were watching your group were noticed, and you were sent after them. In following them, not only did they end up getting apparently caught by this strange family, but so did your friend Tesha, and then subsequently so were you, as the group of you were then separated, placed into various discomforting situations. Some of you were buried alive, a couple of you were just woke up in cages. One of you woke up in a cage suspended in a tree several yards above the ground. It was rough. But escaping your confines, you have since kind of turned the hunt back on the hunters, as at this point, Vestra and Aster are somewhere underground. You're not really sure where yet, but you have found each other, and you're currently duking it out with some twins. You didn't realize there were two of them until this moment, but there are a couple of strange people that have decided that you are, they're targets. And so these twins have been fighting with you, stabbing at poor Vestra, who's kind of feeling a little weird after being bit by one of them. Don't know what that's about. I guess we'll find out. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the mansion that you had originally gone to find the scouts that you thought they had fled to this abandoned mansion, which ended up not being abandoned. On the main floor, we have Chris and Lemon Zest, who are you had just recently thrown a bag of holding into the kitchen where at least 3 of the family members were having a conversation. Classic. Right? And then shot the bag of holding with an arrow, hoping to make it explode. What looked like a small singularity had formed, and then you had ran. You heard some screaming, which then was suddenly cut short. And you then ran up to the second floor and are looking around. Does that all sound correct before we jump in? Okay. Well, who wants to go first? I'm going to just throw it out there to you all. Who, of the two groups, who's ready to face off with whatever comes today?
We are.
All right. So Lemon Zest and Chris, the two of you are upstairs. You can hear shouting downstairs now. There had been the very large fellow that looked like maybe he was mutating into a rat, or maybe he was a rat mutating into a human. You're really not sure. And there had been a fellow, you hadn't seen him before. You opened the kitchen door. But there had been a fellow that was kind of well-to-do. He was very posh-looking, well-groomed, and he had this kind of like snooty voice. And then there had been like a short rat woman or something like that had originally been the one who was interacting with Chris, had stolen his gear, had tried to lead him through a series of traps in the wet walls of the house. Those 3 had been in the kitchen, and Now you're only hearing the voices of two of them. The two fellows, you can hear the deep voice of the large mutated rat guy, and then the other one. As they're kind of moving out, you can hear them in the foyer below you. You're up on the mezzanine. What would you like to do?
Is there more stuff that we can steal, or?
There are several rooms that have closed doors that you haven't even been in. The only one up here that you've been in is you went up the staircase that went into the attic where you were taken originally, Chris.
Alright. I guess maybe check the nearest door.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is unlocked. Do you want to head into it?
Yes.
Go ahead and both of you make a stealth and roll at advantage because they can't see you and the door is very quiet.
Alright.
But they are kind of looking around for you. Excellent.
Advantage. With advantage, that's a natty 20.
Excellent. So with the natural 20 being 21 and a 23 from Chris, you very easily just crack the door open, look around inside with your dark vision as it is rather gloomy. And are you heading in when you see that there isn't anyone waiting for you?
Yes.
Okay. Inside, you notice that it is a fairly large room. There are 2 poster beds. In the gloom, you can see that the beds are almost identical, except for one has a set of sheets and bedding that are completely black, and the other one seems to be like a reddish color, similar to the red that you've seen on the armor of those folks that are chasing you. You also notice that there are a couple of wardrobes set up in here. There's everything seems to mirror each other, almost like each side is almost identical with just coloration differences. There's the wardrobe, there's a small vanity, although you notice that on one side, the objects that litter the top of it are a little different than the other side. But it seems like 2 people perhaps live in here. This is their room, and they have very similar styles. Preferences.
Okay. I guess I will look to see if there's anything worth taking.
Sure.
Yeah, like, is there any armor? I could use an armor upgrade.
Gotcha. Both of you make investigation checks.
Alright. Oh.
I'm a little worried about when it, like, later on when the rolls really matter.
Yeah.
I got a nat 1.
Which
for a total
is
of 6.
Which is so funny because you got a nat 1, and if Mick had been rolling at advantage, both of them had been natural 20s. The dice today. So, Lemons, you're a little worried about what's going on outside. You can hear footsteps on the stairway that goes up to the second floor mezzanine, and you're just kind of eyeing things so much as digging into them. Chris, on the other hand, you do find on either side there are a couple of small chests, not much larger than like a jewelry box. They're lacquered wood. One is black and the other is like a dark red. And they have a crest on them that's very similar to that idol that had been in the front foyer that had kind of given everybody the willies, that strange legless, armless, kind of bloated body with the hand coming out of where the neck hole would be, where its head should be. There was like the clawed hand. You also notice there are several daggers that are made of bone on each side. There are sets of clothing that are almost identical, but with that 20, you get the feeling that one side, the side that's has like essentially most of the things are painted black or lacquered black, that side's clothing has just the slightest femininity to it that the other side does not have. Not necessarily like dresses or anything like that, but just the cuts of them make you feel like they're just a little bit more femme than masculine, I guess would be the way to say it. And you notice that on one side, there is a bottle of perfume that's like the crystal bottle itself is probably worth a good deal. And the other side has a matching one, but the crystal is a different color. And one smells kind of fruity, maybe a little florally, and the other one is very musky and heavy.
Okay. I want to take a look at the daggers.
Okay. What would you like to know about them?
Do they seem special in any way, shape, or form?
They seem well crafted from bone.
Are they better than mine?
So they... Make either a nature or an arcana check for me.
I am not proficient in either.
Okay.
I'll go with Arcana.
Can I make an Arcana check? Like, can I wander over and be like,
I would
Oy.
I would usually let you, but with that one that you rolled, you have not noticed
okay,
what
that's fair.
What
Yeah.
Chris has noticed. Later on, I will totally
Okay.
have you do that. As far as you can tell, Chris, the daggers would likely do the same amount of damage.
Okay. I mean, I'll take them anyway.
Okay. Do you have that all noted down?
I could probably use a refresher.
Okay. So real quick, there were we'll say 6 daggers total. There were 3 on each side. There are 2 bottles of perfume.
Okay.
There are 2 small chests, which are locked, by the way.
Okay. Well, I will take the chest and maybe... actually, I'll try to unlock them now if I can.
Okay. I will have... Mika, what is Lemon's passive perception?
11.
11. Okay, roll a perception check for me as you're kind of worrying about things.
That's a 10.
Even better. All right, so Chris, go ahead and roll a Thieves' Tools check for me.
All right. Thieves' tools. Dexterity.
Easy. You click it open. The lid opens with just a slightest click, and you look inside, and there are several coins. Not only gold, but you can't. They seem the mint of them, like the stamping wherever they were made, does not appear familiar to you.
Okay.
There are also a couple of brooches inside, like some like the one that you like attach to a lapel, like a little lapel pin, stuff like that. They seem very nicely made, but you're not really sure if they do anything.
Okie dokie.
All right. While you're doing there was also the 2 perfume bottles, the 6 daggers, the chests. There were clothes. You didn't find any armor necessarily.
Okay.
There's some pieces of like leather clothing that like maybe they were like once part of a set of armor, like pauldrons or something like that, but they're not like full sets of armor. Like these have been replaced by finer pieces. I think that was it. Does that sound right?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds right.
Well, while the two of you are digging through this room, we're going to go somewhere far underground as we find Vestra and Aster are fighting against these strange twins, perhaps for their lives, because if I remember, I feel like Vestra's somebody I feel like was not feeling great.
Yeah, I feel like Vestra wasn't totally there yet, but I tried to heal her and it did not work.
That's right.
Which that's a big red flag right there. Big giant flag
Right?
of badness.
We're doing great. We're doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, not in a cool room hoarding things. We're just, fighting some people.
Just
Fighting
whacking people with
yeah.
like a rusty pipe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
So
With none of
Vestra,
our cool stuff.
Sylvester, you were like you had the pipe. You are surrounded, like the two of you are essentially kind of staggered with the two twins that are on either side of you, essentially, and they appear both of them have been injured, but they are doing all right-ish. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. I mean, we could always try and stick them in a thicket and make a run for it.
So it's Vestra's turn first.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So
Pickle ticket.
I think what I would like to do. I think I'm just gonna bop him on the head again with my rusty pipe.
Okay. Left or right?
Left.
Okay. Take a swing.
And I currently have on my sheet that I'm still raging.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
That sounds correct. Okay. Let's try to successfully hit somebody.
Excellent. You definitely thwack them with the pipe. We were calling it a club.
Yeah, I think it was you said a D6 last time for damage.
Yeah, it should be D6 plus your strength plus your rage damage. Oh, you're muted.
A big thwap as I deal 9 damage to them.
All right.
And on top of that, my little ghosty ancestral dwarves who were just standing there with their hands on their hips now surround this one on the left.
Okay.
As it imposes disadvantage on any attack rolls that aren't against me.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes. I was just reading the last half of that sentence, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So you swing this lead pipe, it smashes into his ribs, and you feel this kind of how do I want to say this? Sorry. Absorption maybe of the impact a little bit, like maybe he didn't do as much damage as you expected, but he does kind of grunt, and you notice that as he grunts and he just kind of expels this air in your face, his breath is horrid, he's been eating some pretty raw meat, maybe from the verge of spoiling kind of raw grossness.
Aster, I think they need one of your breath mints.
They smell like booty. I think they might need more than the breath mints, but I do have a tea that might help. It's like helps your guts.
Oh, tummy tea.
Some tummy tea.
So after seeing their twin get thwacked, the one that is behind you, Vestra, is going to take the single dagger that they have and try and stab you.
Ooh, we don't like that dagger.
Oh no, that was a critical.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
Where my D4 is at? There we are. Well, that's not terrible. So that is 6 damage reduced to 3 because you're raging.
It's fair.
And you don't need to roll another con save. That ship has sailed. And they are going to try and bite you.
Red.
Nasty. It's just nasty.
You manage to dodge easily out of the way, though, as they lean in, as the pain kind of like makes you flinch to the side, and then you hear like a chomp of teeth just to the right of your ear.
Oh.
Aster, what do you do?
Well, I think this means I throw up a thicket between Vestra and I and the guys.
So you're kind of tic-tac-toed, where you're like, bad guy, you, Vestra,
Dang it.
bad guy. So you can't
I don't
really
want to
throw.
leave Vestra hanging.
Yeah, you
so
can
I
hit
can't
one of
do
them
it.
with a thicket, but not both of them.
I mean, Celeste isn't making many of choices of late, so let's get the guy that's closest to me, and I'd like to guiding bolt.
Okay. It would be a disadvantage because they are engaged with you.
Okay, let's just try it.
Okay.
Let's try it.
So that is a 9. That will miss.
Of course it will.
You
Of course
put your
it will.
hand up, it begins to glow as the power coalesces, and he just knocks your hand aside as the bolt leaves and it goes off and hits the wall.
I'm just missing left and right here.
Right? All right.
Oh boy.
In answer to which, he's going to like take both of his daggers, look at you, and try and stab you once with each of them.
So rude.
No crits this time. Oh, actually, he has disadvantage on this.
Yeah. Wait, no. Yes?
Yes, this is the
Yes.
one that you marked.
Ah!
So the first
And-
one would be. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. And Aster gets resistance to damage dealt by these attacks.
Oh, nice. Good to know.
That's
I
the
don't
second
know
half
if
of that
it'll
sentence.
hit. Does a 15 hit Aster?
Can you repeat that?
Does a 15 hit Aster? All right, yeah, both swing wide. Like the first one comes close, and then as Aster dodges out of the way, the other one was like super wide.
No, what did you do?
And as this battle rages on, let's go back upstairs. The door slowly begins to open, and you hear a heavy footfall. Lemzest, you're closest to the door. And Chris is off to one side of one of the poster beds and is currently like looking in a box of things. The person hasn't entered the room yet, but what would you like to do?
Ooh. Well, let's look at my spell slots. Do I have? Okay. I guess I just kind of was like, wait, I don't know what accent I'm doing today. Hey, Chris, I think we got something. Someone's coming.
Okay.
Should we hide or should we kill them?
We should hide, and then from there we can decide if we want to kill him. Do a little sneak.
All right. So I guess I will try to hide.
Okay. Where in this room would you like to hide?
Is there like a closet or like a, what is it? Like a wardrobe or something?
Yeah, so the closest things to you are either the under the bed or behind the bed maybe, or you could go into into the wardrobe on that side of the room.
I'll go under the bed.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth for me. And Lemon Zest, you're more closer to the center of the room. There are essentially, you could, as the door opens, one side is obviously going to be seen a little faster, and that's the side that Chris is not on as Chris climbs under the bed. There's the bed that Chris is climbing under. There's a wardrobe on that side, or if you want to try and hide somewhere else, or even on the other side of the room, what would you like to do?
I'll hide in the wardrobe.
Okay, on Chris's side of the room, essentially.
Yeah, no, I feel like I should hide on the other side.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
All right, that's a 13.
Excellent. You, just as you're climbing into the wardrobe and close the door, you see that light backlights the larger fellow, the guy who looks like he's stuck in some strange mutation between rat and person. And then you close the door. These heavy footfalls sound against the wood floor. Every so often you hear a creak, but apparently the inside of the manor is well more maintained than the outside, and it's hard to kind of gauge where he is for Lemon Zest. However, for Chris, you can see as these feet, one has very distinct rat look to it, like it's kind of a paw, and the other one is a thick, calloused human foot. And he steps around, and you hear him sniffing the air. Chris, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Did he leave the door open?
The door that goes into the or onto the mezzanine outside is open, yes.
All right. I want to, and I can see out there.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception.
So you can see out there, and you do notice that across the open space of the mezzanine on the other side, essentially of the foyer below, there is another person. I don't feel like you really got a good look at this fellow in the kitchen. Also wearing some black armor that have red highlights. He has very well styled hair and is holding a shiny rapier as he opens the door on the far side of the upstairs.
Hey, I want to cast Minor Illusion, like outside on the mezzanine, and make it like a scream or something.
Okay.
To like kind of distract him from this area that we're in.
And what kind of what is this voice that screams?
I'll make it. Can I make it the rat girl? Just screaming constantly.
Yeah, you actually heard her scream earlier after the kitchen door swung shut. So using that as your basis, you make this scream, and you see as the feet of the fellow that's outside, or out from under the bed from where you are, quickly turn, and you hear him say, "Rose, Rose, is that you?" And he begins like running back out onto the mezzanine, and you can see his body much fuller from this angle. You can't quite see the top of him, but you can see his fairly muscular form as he grabs the mezzanine rail. What would you like to do from there?
Well, what did Chris do?
Chris caused a scream that sounded like the rat girl, and the large mutated rat person has run to the outside. It seems like he's confused that Rose is out there.
My immediate reaction, despite having a strength score of 8, was I want to run out there and push him over.
Okay, so Chris, you see... Oh, no, go ahead.
No, that's it. That was just the first thing that came to my mind.
Is that what you want to do?
I have a strength... My strength modifier is -1. I know I am weak. That's probably not the best. Not unless, like, I catch Chris's eye and we have, like, that moment of, like, let's do this.
So
but,
as
like,
you...
What did you want to do?
I mean, yeah, pushing sounds like a very good idea.
All right, then I think, like, Lemon says kind of, like, opens the door, like, looks at you, like, does the... Did you want to... Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, Lemon Zest, like, breaks for it and rushes. And, yeah, let's push this rat feller over the ledge.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So either you could both roll athletics checks, or one of you can help the other to roll advantage.
I don't have athletics, so...
Yeah, my athletics is a -1, so maybe we should just both roll separately, or... I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, mine is 0, so slightly better, but
right?
Still not great.
All right, let's both just roll.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Whew.
That's a 6.
So I had him roll.
Wait, okay, hold on. Since I feel like this is like a surprise attack, I feel like I should get advantage. We should get advantage on this.
I don't know if being surprised causes you to be stronger, but
we catch him off guard.
You do.
Thing. Like, I'm assuming we catch him off guard.
And what I did is I took the average of your twos as to set the DC, which he failed.
Yes.
Yeah,
quite heartily. You run forward, and how does this happen?
How does it happen?
I imagine both of us, like, we, like, run over, crouch, pick up his feet, and just lift him up.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like a what race is Chris? Is Chris
Drow.
Drow.
Drow? Then I kind of imagine in my head, just assume if we want to be just like silly little cultists, we're running. You swing Lemon Zest by his tail, throw him. Lemon Zest like does the wrestler like side kick and kicks him over. And like last second before Lemon Zest falls over, you grab him and pull him back from the edge.
Nice.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
As you're holding Lemon Zest and you see the bulk of this fellow topple over, you also do notice staring out of the open doorway across from you is that other fellow with the rapier, just kind of staring dumbfounded at you as you hear a sickening crunch below you. Each of you roll a d10 for me.
D10. Oh boy.
5.
Okay.
That is a 9.
Whew. You hear the crunch below, and Lemon Zest kind of being held up the way that you are. You glance down, and you can see you have a better angle than Chris, and you can just see the form of the large rat fellow who had locked you in that cage outside and then chased you through the forest. Very much like looking like kind of battered and broken. Looks like he hit the railing, bounced off of it, and then was laying on the ground. He is twitching. He does seem to be alive, but he is not in very good condition. As this fellow is staring at you, Chris, from across the way, let's go back down under the ground and see what's going on with Aster and Vestra.
I'm very proud of us right now.
I'm very proud of you too.
Yeah, I'm proud of you guys too.
That was epic.
We're just
Bravo.
like, twins, can't handle them. Great role.
All
No,
right.
that's me. I'm speaking for myself. That's just kicking butt.
To say what's bloodthirsty is I've played Lemon Zest. I feel like I'm being a lot sneakier with my progress right now.
I love it.
Oh boy.
So Vestra,
Well-
you're just your spirits are doing their job. They're obviously distracting this fellow who decided to go after Aster. But obviously there's like, you're kind of feeling maybe a little feverish, a little sick to your tum-tum, and there are those two twins are still there. The one in front of you, the fellow, is a little worse off looking than his twin. What would you like to do?
Am I able to like get in front of the one that's closer to Aster? Or would that be like an opportunity attack situation?
So you're all kind of clustered in a square. If we were looking at a battle map, you would all be
Yeah.
like in a square. So you can't really get in between them.
Okay. Okay.
I should have got a battle map ready for this. And
No,
totally
it's all
my
good. It's
bad.
all good. Okay, so if I is there enough room for me to like switch places, like full on like tango switch places with the one, because we're it's like bad guy me, bad guy or like bad guy me, bad guy Aster, you know, kind of like that close formation. Like,
Right.
Can I like forcibly switch places so that I can be next to Aster?
Well, and who's closest to the door? You know, like the little hidden door that they came
Oh,
out
right,
of.
the one that came out of. So the one that came out of it is the fellow that has the spirits around him.
Okay.
Okay.
He is closest to it, and then
Okay.
Aster, you would be the next closest, technically. Although Vestra is pretty much the same. There just isn't anyone standing
Yeah.
in between her and the doorway. So you could technically like do a grapple, and then if you succeed, you could move and like swap each other, and that would be your action and your movement, or at least part of your movement.
Okay.
And you can technically move either the one who is between you and this hidden doorway, or you can move the other one that hasn't been as hurt and doesn't have the spirits.
Yeah. No, I think we're gonna keep going after the one that has the spirits so that I can keep the spirits attached
Okay.
to that one. Yeah, so I'm gonna thwack him with my rusty pipe.
Sounds good.
Um
While you're thwacking, I am going to have Adela mute because awesome. Thanks.
ooh. Is thwacking
Huh.
successful?
That is a successful thwacking.
Haha. And okay, because I'm raging. So add the raid damage.
Rah.
Yeah, even better.
Nice.
And then as this pipe like solidly connects, or I guess squishedly solidly connects with the one twin, I'm just gonna like look the other one like in their beady little eyes and just say menacingly like let us go or your twin gets it.
Make an intimidation check.
I'm scary. Oh, I'm so scary.
You are awfully scary. Hang on. Oh, that is so close. But you see this resolve in this twin's eyes kind of melt away. And it is funny that you say beady little eyes, because as you look, they seem dark and maybe a little rat-like, as opposed to like a human's eyes. And they seem to be worried about your threat. Is there anything else that you want to do?
No, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there.
Okay. Okay. So the one with 2 daggers is the one that has the spirits on him, and he turns and looks at you and says, "Don't speak to my sister like that," and is going to take 2 swings at you. One is going to be a 10, and the other will be a 13.
Ah, the 13. It's
Okay.
just there.
That is 8. Yeah, 8 piercing, which would be down to 4.
This is fine. We're good. We're good.
It's everything
We're
will
good.
be fine.
It's good. I'm as this dagger like the first one, I'm just like ha, and the second one is like squish, and I was like, I just say to them like, look, I can keep doing this all day, and I'm going to take one of my hands and like touch like a button or something that's like on my person, that's like attached to my person. And it's like, I press this button and the horde of dragons is gonna come here and it's gonna eat your entire family.
So as this happens, and he pulls the dagger out, and some blood like squirts on his face, and he's like, "Yeah." And you say this. He's kind of looking at you and his sister, and you're looking away, but Vess or Aster, you can see that the sister is very worried about what Vester is saying, and the little bit of worry starts to creep onto the other twin's face. What would you like to do, Aster?
I love that because I'd like to Thume like a dragon roar
Okay.
in the tunnel and have it be like so insanely loud and scary with like pitter patter of it coming or scratching as if it's coming our way.
Go ahead
And
and
be
make
like, oh my god, it's coming.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check against the non-intimidated
Let's see here.
twin.
Oh my gosh, remind me again which one I've got to do for intimidation.
There should be an intimidation skill. If you don't have it, it's just a charisma check.
Okay.
Nice. You see as like both of them like give a start, and they look down the hall or the tunnel from where this dragon sound erupts. Oh, actually, sorry, there's one more.
Well, I still get to do a thing too.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So I don't have a mace, but I would absolutely like to do like one of those Star Trek karate chops. Like
Oh, yeah.
two-handed
Yeah, like the
karate chop.
Kirk smash. Totally.
Yes, to the one that's closest to me, or like the girl that looks like she's having a hard time.
Okay.
Um, so let's see, how do I do
So
just
it
an
would
unarmed?
just be a
right.
strength check.
It's just a strength. Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, that hits. What is your strength bonus?
Yes!
2?
What was that?
Is your strength bonus 2?
It is 2.
All right. So yeah, you like put your fingers together and you raise up your hands and like thwack down on their shoulder, and you do like there is an impact, and she kind of jumps. You it's more like you scare her than harm her. Like you do some damage. It's essentially 1 plus your strength bonus, which was 3, and she looks at you a little wild-eyed because you were the one who were like, "Oh, it's coming."
I'm going to continue that and be like, oh my gosh, too much. And just keep it going and kind of
Nice.
freak out a little bit and look around and look at Vestra. Yeah.
She is she failed real badly. So she is going to disengage and run down the hall away from the sound. She gets out of your dark vision as we head upstairs. So, Chris, you're holding Lemon Zest, pulling him back from the precipice of this mezzanine, so he doesn't fall down and smash onto the stairs below. Across the mezzanine, the open air between you and the other side of this upstairs area, you see an open door. There is a well-dressed fellow with a bright and shiny rapier that is staring at you, and his face is slowly starting to take on a look of anger from the shock that was there a moment ago. Chris, what would you like to do?
I am going to put Lemon Zest down and say, what should
Yes.
we do? Should we get out of here before that guy makes his way over?
Okay, so the guy who fell over and looks real hurt is the one who was chasing me in the forest, right?
Correct.
So first I'm going to lean over and cast an Eldritch Blast at him.
Sure.
See if I can just finish the job. Did that roll?
I'm not seeing anything.
Hold on. Let me refresh the page.
Hooray, technology!
Woo! Eldritch Blast.
Go! Oh, did you shout it?
Is it... Oh my gosh, okay, it probably just rolled like 1 billion times now, didn't it?
I haven't seen anything come through.
No, I heard something, but now nothing. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
No.
No.
I don't understand.
Do you want me
Just
to roll
let the
for you?
warlock go.
It's just... Why are you doing this to me?
Why doing this to me?
Why? What did I do to you? Why are you being so finicky? Why are you acting like a rooster who didn't get to caw this morning to wake everyone up?
I assume you don't have dice with you right at the moment because you're not at home.
I do have this progress pride flag D20 that I can detach and roll if I really want to.
Or someone else can roll for you too.
Or I guess I can just Ooh, hold on. Will it let me? I can roll in. So that's a natural 18.
Plus
plus
your okay. Yeah, absolutely hits. D8 plus your charisma. Excuse me.
It's a D10.
Oh, D10s.
Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, straight up D10.
Oh my goodness. What are you talking about?
That is an 8.
Is that plus your charisma or just? Okay, so you rolled an 8.
According to the sheet, it just says it's a straight up D10.
Oh, that's right.
Is
I
that-
think there's an invocation that you have to take to get it. However, how does this happen? How do you do this? As this Eldritch
So I
Blast
think,
takes out.
So I think like right as Chris is like kind of like pulling me back, so I like recognize who this is, like and shoot off the Eldritch Blast. And then my suggestion is like, all right, let's go.
Okay, so Chris, you're holding him. What do you do after this Eldritch Blast slams into something you can't see down below?
I just put lemon zest down. You know, just. So should we leave, or should we? How far away is the other person?
So they are across the mezzanine, which is about sorry, trying to remember what I said last time. I believe it is 20 feet across.
20 feet.
So they're about 30 feet from you because they're in the other room.
Right. Maybe we could try hitting
There we
them
go.
from
Now the
across
roll's
the
working.
way, or maybe we should leave.
Lemon Zest is so like proud of what they did that you get no answer.
So what was the question?
Oh, I was asking if we should, attack the person from across the way, or if we should get out of here before they make their way over here.
I mean, let's just fuck it. Let's just attack.
All right,
I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling a little too pumped right now.
Could I hit them with my short bow from here? I don't know what the range is.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Should be able to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's.
I think the range is like 1530,
I think his short bow's longer
20,
than
30, 20, 60.
Yeah. 8320.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna put lemon zest down, and then I'm gonna, shoot an arrow at the person across the way.
So you shoot the arrow, it sticks into his shoulder, and he just kind of looks down at it. Like it's kind of hard to see from this distance, but he winces a little, and he grabs it and pulls it out and looks at it, and then looks up at you in disgust, and heads out the door and towards the stairs. So essentially, to get down, both sides have to go to the stairs and head down. Looks like he's either heading to the stairs or he's going to make the round to get to your side.
Okay.
He's going to dash, and to do so, he ends up getting. It does look like he runs past the stairs, and he's not quite to the corner of the stairwell and the side that you're on. Lemon Zest, what do you do?
Wait, okay, so can you describe where he is for me again?
Sure. You are standing on the mezzanine. You are about 20 feet from the corner that goes to the stairs. He is just about to reach that corner. So he's about 25 feet away from you.
Hey, Chris, you got any fire on you?
Let's see. I have. I don't think so, actually. I don't know if I can cast any fire spells. Nope. No fire. I've got Ray of Frost, though, which is the opposite of fire.
No, because I was going to cast grease. And you just light that grease up.
And I don't think I have any way to set fire.
I mean, is there a candle or a torch in the room?
Yeah, is there anything
You
like
did
that in the room?
in the room. You did notice that there were like some candles and some lamps and stuff, but none of them were lit. It was dark in there.
Yeah.
Okay, but the lamps, like the
light.
lamps, you just like twist them on, and they turn on, right?
Oh no, I have a tinderbox.
Or is it
I
kind
can
of like
light
you
it.
have to? You got a tinderbox? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably have a tinderbox too, don't I?
If you have your stuff with you,
I
you
do.
should. Yeah.
Yeah. We got a tinderbox and a hooded lantern.
Okay, but here's the question: was my bag of holding separate from my backpack? I guess it probably was.
I don't
there
know.
are two
Was it?
separate things in my. Technically, in my inventory, there were two separate things, but
Yeah. I mean, I would assume that this is just my assumption, but you have your backpack that you've been carrying around your stuff with you, and then you have the bag holding that you've been stealing
Yeah.
treasure with to put into the hoard and or your pockets.
so then I am going to cast grease right where that rat person is standing.
Yeah.
So yes, and so they're now standing in grease. So slick grease covers the ground in 10-foot square center. They're right in the middle of it. They must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. So the save DC is 13.
Okay. So he quite handily catches himself on the banister, does not fall prone, but is
That's
covered in
cool.
grease.
Cool. I'm catching the grease on fire. I'm going to run towards the edge of the grease with my strike the tinderbox, light a match, set the grease on fire, then scurry back with the rest of my movement.
So we can call the tinderbox a bonus action, but I'm gonna have you do let's just call it a dex check to see if you can flick the spark onto the grease.
Okay. So just straight up dex.
Yeah.
Yes. 15.
Nice. Yeah. He catches himself and he kind of sneers at you as you run towards him, and then his eyes kind of go a little wide as he sees the tinderbox in his hand, or in your hand, and he looks down at himself. Just as the spark hits near his feet and bursts into flames and starts to engulf him in fire. Go ahead and roll 1d6 for me. Yes, I hear you.
I feel like this is the smartest I've ever played in D&D. That's the one.
Okay, all right. He hasn't caught fire too much, but he does kind of begin stamping his feet like he's trying to put the fire that's starting to lick up his boots out. And then let's have Mick go. Sorry, Chris.
All right.
Mick's not there.
I'm gonna light the lamp and then I'm gonna toss it.
Okay. Yeah, we can do so since you run in, you grab the lamp, you light it as a bonus action, and then so that was all your that was movement, moving back out, and then your action is to throw it. Sure. Go ahead
Yeah,
and
let's go through it.
do you want to do either a this one's a little more, this one should be, because thrown is technically strength, but because he's not that far, let's do a dex check. You're just trying to hit
Alright.
that area.
17.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll another d6 for me.
D6, 4.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no, don't let it get my hair. Please don't let it burn my hair. We're gonna go back downstairs. Downstairs, Vestra, what's going on?
Okay, so the one is running away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna raise the pipe. I'm gonna look at the other one. Are you staying or are you going?
He sneers at you, but it's what's your passive insight?
That's a good question. It would be 11.
Okay. There's definitely some conflict on his face as to whether or not he should follow his sister. Like you notice his eyes dart that direction. Yes, I am channeling my hair drama from earlier this week. Oh no, that one chased Miko away. Okay, so he doesn't say anything, but you can definitely see that there is some worry on his face.
With the lack of response, I'm gonna bop him with the pipe.
Okay.
Okay, get him out of there. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he sees it coming, and he does dodge out of the way.
That was a warning. Get
Yeah.
moving or the wagons are gonna get you.
The next one's going to hit. I love it. He eyes you both, and then he's going to disengage and start backing away. And so he is only going to get about 15 feet away from Aster, as he's, double dagger held out in front of him, moving away from you. Aster, what do you do?
Is he moving towards the sound or away from the sound?
Away
Like
from the
towards
sound and after.
Away from the sound.
Aster's absolutely going to be like, hey, we're over here. And then Thoom, have the dragon do another Thoom and scratch and make it sound even closer. And then turn and look at him and, let's send some sacred flame his way.
Okay. DC 14.
Aye.
For whatever reason, he saw it coming. Maybe there was just the gestures that you made, and having seen that before, dodges out of the way quite handily on that one.
All right. Lots of misses for Aster today. Lots of misses.
The sister, you don't see her. What do you do, Vestra?
Yeah, I'm gonna draw myself up. My rage goes away, so my little ghosties disappear.
Okay.
But I'm gonna draw myself up and just try to be like the most intimidating dwarf, taking up this entire tunnel with my presence. And also roar like a dragon.
Yeah. Is that your whole action?
Yes, I'm trying to be super intimidating and confirm their belief that they should be moving away from us.
Okay. So he glances at you, glances behind him. He says, "It looks like some of your friends have abandoned you and he takes both daggers and like flips them and catches the blades, and is gonna wing one at each of you. At Aster.
No.
That is gonna be a 17 hit Aster.
No. 19. If it were a 19.
And another critical against.
Oh no!
Sorry. The upside is you don't have to make any con saves. It's going to do 6 damage. You're not raging, so it'll be the full 6.
No, we're good. We're good. I'm still up.
Oh my god.
I get this dagger in me, and then I rip it out. I'm just like, now I'm armed.
So as the dagger hits you and you kind of like flinch back, and you look up, you can see at the edge of your dark vision as he is turned and is like running away. So essentially he attacked and is now moving. So he is 50 feet from Aster. Or sorry, yeah, 50 feet from Aster. And 60 feet from... 55 feet, sorry. 55 feet from Vestra.
Alright. I'll hold on to this nice dagger that he gave me.
Okay, or Aster, what do you do?
I mean, we want to get out of here. So, is there any way in all of this that we have heard, I don't know, his sister like scooch into another area?
You haven't
Is
heard
this
anything.
where we came from? That they're running back to where we came from, or is this further?
Not. It is further.
Okay.
Okay. Is there... What is these wall situation? Is it like stone? Like these are like somebody came down here and made tunnels, or are they like dug out like dirt?
It is a mix of dirt and stone, and it's definitely something that has been dug out.
So with my stone cutting as a dwarf, would I be able to like examine this stone and like have it tell me like something in it, tell me like, are we closer to the surface or deeper? Like, you know, like give me like a sense of direction underground in a way.
Sure.
Could I help her with a check since I'm kind of woodsy and earthy as well?
Trying to remember, I feel like doesn't stone sometimes I get my additions mixed up. I've got to check something. 5e stone cutter, because there was a point where you could like, I just know how far below ground we are.
This one on the sheet, it just says whenever you make the intelligence history check for the origin of the stonework, you are considered proficient and add double your proficiency bonus. So I guess maybe that's more like origin though. But yeah, I stand by it. I stand by it. Did the stone start on the surface, or can I see the lines in the stone of how many years it's been underground?
Right. So the stone is part of like the earth that has been carved out. That'll just like you can just see that. Like it's not, the stone isn't new. It's so rough to be a unemployed freeloader. Yes, you. Go ahead and make a intelligence history check, and if Aster is helping, you can do it at advantage.
My brain couldn't find the word history and my skills there. Okay, all right. We got a 17 with that advantage.
So just kind of looking at the carving, the way that this was carved out and the earth was moved, you get the feeling that the direction they ran is the direction that it was carved out. So like they're running deeper into this section. Like you can kind of tell the way that like maybe there was some like picks or something that dug here and they were digging in this direction, and therefore you feel like the way behind you where the dragon sounds have been coming from is the way out. Yeah.
Question mark. Okay. Yeah, I'll in a very like Sherlock Holmesy way relay this information to Aster. Like lick the stone and then like touch it and then like test the non-existent wind. Well, if my calculations are correct, it seems that the pickaxes would have been coming from that direction.
Okay.
And then yes, we should head that way. However, I don't have any of my stuff. Do you have any of your stuff? Do you know where our stuff is?
I don't know where our stuff is. I feel like my stuff would have been in that prison cell where I heard your friend. I was talking to your friend, so she's here somewhere. We should also go find her, but we need to get out of here.
That is new news. That is new news to Vestra.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
I heard her before I fell into these tunnels. I was in a jail, and she was there too, and she got pulled away.
All right, we can't search these tunnels, just the two of us. This place seems very large. Maybe we get back to the surface and then we send the Hoard some sort of smoke signals. Yes, we send them the smoke signal, the signature Hoard of the Dragon Queen smoke signal that we need backup and assistance.
I still have faith in the squirrels. We can send more squirrels down, like in droves.
An army of squirrels. Okay.
Yeah. And then we head the direction that would be out or up.
Okay.
As we discuss our army of squirrels and small woodland creatures.
Perfect. So as you head into the darkness of the tunnels, back upstairs, there is a fellow who is slowly roasting to death, screaming about his hair. Chris, what would you like to do?
Same.
Oh, sorry, Lemon Zest. Lemon Zest was first.
I think we ended with my turn where I caught him on fire.
No, because then Chris threw the lamp and caught him more on fire.
How did I miss that?
Yeah,
What?
he's almost fully engulfed now, screaming about his hair.
I do not remember that.
Cold
How
drugs.
do I not, that's sick. I love that. Okay, cool. Oh, I feel like Lemon Zest is just like nodding, like very like. Yeah,
It's the way it's done.
Chris, this is the way it's done, Chris. We got this. We should be very proud of ourselves. Did you find anything good?
Maybe.
I did actually. Found a bunch of bone daggers, some perfume, 2 chests. I opened one of them, right? Only one? Or did I open both?
You opened one of them.
Only one of them. And one of them had brooches and some coins that are not, they were not minted here. So.
All right. We should probably find the others, shouldn't we?
Yeah. And we can tell them about this adventure that we've had.
Yeah, I wonder if they've had any fun. Well, I'm sure that it's just been boring for them.
Probably. They didn't
Probably
kill
just
anybody.
gotten mad. Yeah, they're probably just mad, wondering what we're doing. I feel so bad.
As this
All right.
conversation's happening, The camera pulls back a little bit, and in the background you can see this guy like kind of running in circles, trying to put himself out. Each of you go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
All right. 6.
Nice.
Ooh. 2.
Excellent. To move through, he has to make another dex save, correct?
I don't. I think it's just difficult terrain from this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does end up stepping up onto the mezzanine that you were on. There are bits of fire licking at him as he's like smooshing some of it out, and he's glaring at you both.
Can I use Mage Hand to push him over the railing?
No, he weighs
Okay.
more than that. I like the idea, but he's
Oh, that's
definitely
fair. He weighs more than 10 pounds, yeah. The coughing.
What would you like to do? Are you good? I was gonna go to Chris.
Yeah, I'm
if you're
good. I'm good.
okay.
Chris can go.
So, Lemon Zest, what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Is it broken
It's
again?
freezing up again. Yeah. Okay. Let me. Give me just a moment.
While this Eldritch Blast is being cast, what is Chris doing?
I'm gonna use my. He's on the like outside, like near the railing again.
Yeah, so
Like,
he's directly in front of you now on the same side.
Oh.
And he is about 20 feet from you.
Okay, could I run up and like shoulder check him and try to knock him off?
Sure.
Okay.
So that's gonna be athletics,
All right, here's hoping.
and he's gonna use his acrobatics to try and dodge.
14.
You actually beat his by 1.
Huh.
Nice.
He's kind of like patting himself down. He's still on fire a little bit. He looks up just in time to try and raise an arm to block you. Doesn't manage to do it. Goes over the edge. Roll a d6 for me.
All right. D6. 1.
Excellent. Then roll one more d6 for me.
Another 1.
Wow. Okay.
Hopefully these aren't important.
Okay, so essentially you flip him over the side, and where he's at is high enough up that he doesn't have as far to fall before he hits the railing on the stairwell below. So he falls down, hits the railing, tries to grab himself, and completely misses, so flips over backwards, and you lose sight of him as he actually goes under the mezzanine from where you are. But you hear like a smashing sound as he hits something that was underneath there, and a cry of pain. And just before that happened, did you manage to get that roll to go through, Lemon Zest?
Nope.
Do you want me to roll it for you?
Let's see. Did you see that?
No. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's a 1. So it missed anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so your natural 1, he manages to he bends down to kind of scrape some of the fire off, and just like completely goes over his head. So he has disappeared from both of your sights. He is downstairs. Your way out is the steps that go downstairs, or you can try and find another way out. What would you like to do?
What was the question?
What would you two like to do?
Should we finish? He's not dead, right?
You heard him cry out. You're pretty sure he survived that.
Should we finish him off, or should we just leave him be?
I feel like we'll regret it if we just leave him be, but at the same time, I just want to go.
So can I see him from where I'm standing, or
You can see him from where you're standing. You could try leaning over the rail to catch a glimpse of him.
yeah, it's not worth it. Let's just go.
It's not
If
worth
we meet
it.
him up, we can just take him out then. I don't think
Hopefully,
we're gonna
it
see
won't
him
be
anytime
two more
soon.
of us. Yeah.
Hopefully.
So there's the stairs that go down are your way out, which is where he fell, or you could try and find another way out.
So have
Let's find
we
another way out.
like heard any of the noises that they've been making, like the dragon noise, or
Roll a perception check, each of you. I think of all of that, the dragon maybe?
because I know that they've been making a lot of noise, but I don't.
Hey, it's
know
a
what
natty
it's
20.
about.
Nice. Hey, that showed up.
I'm loving the virtual dice I've been using the past few days because they've given
Huh.
me like either very. I've gotten so many nat 20s using these dice.
Mine didn't show up.
Granted, I also have gotten some really low lows, but
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mix didn't show
I'm
up.
here for it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, it might roll twice. 'Cause I clicked it twice, but I wonder if there's like something going on with roll
Could
20.
be. Yeah, Roll20 might be having some
Yeah.
upgrades or downgrades or
Yeah,
side
see,
grades.
there's my second roll.
It's thinking.
Yeah.
So Chris doesn't hear anything. There's like the heat of the battle and everything that's going on. Lemon Zest, very faintly, you feel like you just heard like Lenenthron, that the blue dragon that was helping you earlier in the greenest. Maybe you heard his cry far away. So what do y'all do?
Yeah, I'll just. We should head down the stairs, or do you think we should keep looking up here and maybe we'll find them up here?
We should probably head downstairs.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. So as you head around the fire that is slowly burning itself out, you do notice that the banisters are, blackening and stuff, and they're slightly burning, but don't seem to be catching. Downstairs, I need Vestra and Aster to go ahead and make either a survival check or maybe some kind of intelligence check to see if you can find your way out of this maze.
Vestra is so caught up in talking about this small woodland creature army that we are going to bring to the Hoard and how it's going to further spreading the love of dragons, that I'm just following whatever Aster tells me to do.
All right, with that roll, does Aster know where to go?
It does take you a bit, and you actually end up finding the cell that you were in
Okay.
that the bottom fell out of.
All right, I want to look around for my stuff.
You don't see it.
Then I think we should head the direction that I heard our friends be taken.
Okay.
Okay.
So you didn't see them in the directions you came from, so really the only other option is the way you're going. And so you head that direction. And as you're going around, you kind of you find some more turns and some backtracks, and you end up finding another cell. Inside that cell is a body.
Ooh. Let's check the body out and see if we know who it is and if they have any good stuff. Also, is it our friend?
Yeah.
So as you get closer,
That's a bummer. That's
You're-
not okay.
you're worried a little bit about it. You see the body, and as you get closer, you realize it is not Tasha. This is a human male wearing some kind of a scoutish type clothing, like some light leathers and stuff, and you notice that they have not like a full-on tabard, but like a half cape that is blue and silver or blue and white. Kind of hard to tell. Not enough light where you are to really see many more details than that.
Does he have any kind of like weapons or fun stuff
There you
that's
go.
easily like
Into the sell and checkout.
I mean,
What could go wrong?
I feel like that's one of those like you walk in and then the door closes behind you. I mean, is there something I could prop the door open to make sure that
Sure.
it doesn't close on me?
Yeah, you got that. You
There's
got that lead
stick,
pipe.
and
You
I
could like
poke
jam
it
it
with
into
this-
the soil.
Oh
or-
yeah. There we go. We'll jam the lead pipe and to hold the door open. Yeah, I mean, Vestra's just going in because Vestra's like, "Is it Tesha?" and is just gonna like go on in there.
Okay. The door does
Yeah.
not shut behind Vestra, and you roll the body over, realize it is this human male. Looks like he's been partly gnawed upon.
Ew.
Does not look good. Definitely dead.
Okay, we're just let's just leave this guy. He's ooey gooey. Let's.
Okay, I am gonna take his cape though.
Okay.
It's shiny. It's nice.
As you
Yeah.
remove it, you notice that the part that attaches to the armor is a like a silver medallion kind of that's in the shape of a circle, but within that circle is a harp that's been like engraved on it.
Okay, does that come off with the cape?
Yeah. So like you'd have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
remove
Okay,
it, and
yeah.
it's attached to the cape itself.
Okay, yeah. I'll take it and I'll be like, okay, well, maybe this will let us know what
Who he
guild
was.
this person belonged to.
Okay.
Is there like a backpack in here, like any of this person's belongings?
No, you don't see anything.
Okay, fine. All right, let's move on. They have to put them somewhere.
Are there any torches nearby, or like, I don't know, other light sources? I know I can see pretty well, but it'd be nice to just have a torch on hand.
Yeah. You don't see any torches nearby now.
Yeah, then let's continue, but cautiously.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
As you're heading down the tunnel, in the very edges of your dark vision, you start to see a person that's slumped up against a wall.
Do I notice? Can I sense anything else? Like if it's a trap, like knowing that we'll probably go to the person slumped on the wall to see if it's who, we're looking for.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Question mark.
Will that do it?
You don't see any signs of it being a trap.
All right. I'm gonna let Vestra know that I see somebody slumped up against the wall, and just say like we should be really careful.
Okay, but what if it's Tesha?
Well, we should check it out if it's Tesha.
Tesha?
But we gotta be really careful.
Tesha! Is that you?
The form
That's not
moves slightly.
careful. That's not quiet.
The form moves slightly and kind of looks down the hallway towards you. Rasha? Is that you?
Oh.
Tasha, are you okay? Is it a
Tasha!
trap?
Rasha, a trap. No, I don't think it's a trap.
Okay. Are you gagged? You sound a little muffled.
Oh, yeah, I can't get it out. It's hard to try.
Okay, don't worry. We'll come to you. Just stay there.
Yeah, Aster heads over with Vestra.
So as the two of you get closer, you do find Tesha is bound and gagged, leaning against the wall. You also notice pretty easily there is a hidden door that is partly open nearby. What do you do? It reminds you. Sorry, it reminds you very much of the door that the person came out of earlier.
Well, let's undo Tesha, or like Vestra. Will you undo Tesha, and I'll head to the door
Okay.
with the pipe? Maybe. Can I have the pipe for a second? I don't know.
Yeah, I have this dagger now. You're good. You can have
Oh
the pipe.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna take the pipe, and then just sort of head to the door with the pipe while Vestra's getting Tesha out.
Okay. So Vestra, while you kneel down next to Tesha, and you remember that she can't see in the dark as she like flinches when you touch the bindings to remove them. Oh, hey, good. I was so worried. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I was so worried that they were going to come back and find me before you did. I heard your friend Aster. I heard her earlier. But then someone came and like took me away and killed the guy I was in the cell with.
Oh, was he wearing like a cloak?
Who was he?
The guy who killed the other guy?
No. The guy who killed. Oh, okay. Well, I think we scared them away. Well, some of them at least. We're gonna go find the others that we came with and then call the Hoard for backup.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
I love that.
Is it just wait? There are others? It's not just you two?
There's two more.
Chris and Lemon Zest are with us.
Oh,
You know them. They can't set down a good adventure.
that's true. That's very true. I hope we can find my stuff because there were a whole bunch of the new pamphlets in there, and I was really hoping that these people would want some, but they didn't want them. I mean, or they just took them all. I don't know. But the new pamphlets are in my backpack, so we really need to find them.
Yeah, I need my stuff too. That's where all of my coin purse chain making supplies is. I can't make these tiny little dragon chains without my little supply kit there. So
Right?
I know. It's so that's why I was gonna call the Hoard to help us look for stuff. Well, also, obviously to eliminate these evil people that are clearly the enemy of the dragons.
Right? Good thinking. Good thinking. She stands up and brushes herself off, but she is doing the, staring off into the dark thing. Like she kind of stares at you when you're talking, but her eyes are wandering. So do you know how to get out of here? And can I just hold your hand, please?
Yeah. We can hold hands, and we
Thank
kind of
you.
have an idea of how to get out of here. Aster, what did you find?
So it looks like that open doorway, Aster, leads into a thin hallway that would lead kind of in between the walls of the maze that you've been going through. You're not really sure where it goes, but beyond that, you haven't found anything else. The hall that you're in continues on, or there's the hallway, like the secret hallway. And then you're muted.
I don't know. I feel like the hidden door might be a way to head out. I don't know. What do you think, Vestra? What do you think about the rocks in this area? And then
Yeah, I'll go back into like my Sherlock Holmes-esque detection of these rocks, picking them up, touching them, giving them a little lick, feeling for non-existent wind.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stone cunning check.
Okay. Hiya.
Hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, these rocks are tricky. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes you know, and sometimes they like to have their little secrets, and these rocks just don't have anything going on.
They are super secretive rocks. So you two think about
Alright.
it. Maybe message off to the side, figure out what you want to do, and we'll go back upstairs as Chris and Lemon Zest are heading past the burning out fire, down the stairs. You can hear the sounds of the fellow that fell off that you knocked over the railing as he's like picking himself up. There's like the clatter of broken wood as he obviously fell on something that shattered under his weight. But you don't see him because he is at a weird angle off the stairs. Essentially, you're heading down the stairs. There is a drop off on your left. You could look over the edge to see him, but right now he doesn't have eyes on you either, so it's totally up to you.
Do you think we should deal with him now, or should we just move on?
How close are we to him?
It's hard to say because you can't see him, but it sounds like he's right over the edge of the stairwell.
I mean, shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get an eye on him.
Okay. As you peek over, do you want to do it stealthily? Should we roll a check?
Yeah, I'll do it stealthily.
Okay.
Awesome. 16.
Nice. You peek over the edge and he's not looking up at you. He appears to be like righting himself from having landed on like a table, like a wall table essentially that was in there, and it had like some ceramic pieces on it and stuff that he smashed. He's kind of dusting himself off and wiping the rest of the grease off. Doesn't seem to see you.
I'm gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast.
Sure, you have advantage.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Tell me if you can see. Okay.
I can see.
With advantage. So yes, that's a 16 plus 3, 19.
The 19 will
To hit.
absolutely hit. Roll your d10.
9 damage.
Nice. So it catches him kind of in the back of his neck and shoulders as you're looking down at him. Didn't see it coming. He stumbles forward and cries out in pain and shock, and then glances back up at you. And runs down the hallway that essentially is formed by the stairwell itself and the wall. He's running towards the front of the stairs, but then he dodges into the door that you know leads into the kitchen. Chris, what would you like to do?
Wait, so if he went to the... Wait, I didn't see him go into the kitchen.
You
right?
would have seen kind of from where you are, you would have seen essentially like his lower half emerge from into your line of sight and then disappear through the door that you know goes into the kitchen.
Okay, so that means that the black hole is probably gone then. What should we do, Lemon Zest? Should we continue chasing after him?
Let's just leave him be. I don't want to chase him into the kitchen.
Okay. Are there any doors around that I guess could potentially lead us somewhere?
You see the front doors. And then on either side of those so there's like the door that you all tried to get in the very beginning that led into the room that has the window that goes out to the front. There's a door that mirrors that, so on the other side of the double doors that lead outside. You do see some doors you haven't explored as you're looking down the stairs to be on the right side of the stairs.
Okay, yeah, let's head through these doors, the ones on the right that we haven't been through.
Okay.
Oh, I got 2 temp HP. One of my abilities, Dark One's Blessing. When you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, you gain 2 temp HP.
I mean, temp HP are always useful, right?
Sweet. Back from the beginning of the session. All right, then yeah, let's go.
Okay, so as you head down that direction, Lemon Zest, you would actually know that you're heading towards the hallway that leads to that study that you had kind of gone into, but Chris leads you towards a door before you get to that hallway. You open it up and head inside. There is a large dining room. Hanging from the wall are all manner of creatures' heads. So it looks like not only is this a dining room, but trophies have been hung up in here. And it's not only animals, although there are some animals. Most of the animals are predatory animals as opposed to prey animals. But there are also some lizard folk heads. There are some other humanoids, so like some humans, some elves, some various other trophies that have been taken. Otherwise, you notice that there is a long dining room table with some very ornate carved chairs around it. There are large candlesticks that hold candles which are not lit. And it looks like there are essentially like the places where you would put the different platters of food and stuff are kind of decorated with various accoutrements, like some carved fruits and stuff like that. Not like the plastic fruits that I used to try to eat when I was a child, but more like the carved apples and stuff like that. And then there are some various, not quite vanities, but small tables around that do have some basins that have water pitchers next to them. Probably like just little areas that you could wash up before sitting down to have a meal. You also notice that there is another doorway that goes out to the left. As you head in, there would be a door on the left wall. You're pretty sure that leads towards the front of the house, but is probably going into a hallway between the room you're in and that first room you tried to get into.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to consult with Lemon Zest again.
Okay.
This house is like a giant maze. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this is this is too much for my little brain for theater of the mind. Like, I need a.
Sorry, I'll bring that next time.
I'm so sorry. Can you describe this again? I need to...
It's a dining room. There's a bunch of trophies.
Room.
Yeah. What's your passive perception again? Is it 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking up and around. You just see that there are like, you kind of get a little dizzy. It's very macabre being in here, as there's all these like faces staring down at you. Kind of unsettling.
Let's not stay in here. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
So as you head out, back down in the earthen underground, ahead of you, you hear a voice call out, "Neri, Fiora, they tried to burn my hair. Where are you?" What do you do?
Oh my god, can I recognize that voice?
Oh yeah, that's definitely the guy that you ran into earlier.
I'm absolutely gonna assume like the most disgusting fart poop explosion coming from his butt.
Okay, you can't see him, so you're not really sure, but you can create the sound, and he just goes quiet.
We have an unhappy child. It's like squishy and somewhere in between, just like a mud spackle,
Right.
and a fart.
Right.
So that'll go in its direction.
And Tesha is like, "What was that?"
Oh, I believe Aster is messing with a potential enemy. Tesha, can I put this gag back in your mouth and then you make some just random noises and maybe we can lure them in? I mean, I will move a gag. I will move the gag like
yeah,
like,
no,
after you're
that's
done
okay.
making-
Yeah, taking one for Team Dragon. No, that's all right. Yeah, let's do
Okay,
this.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She like slaps herself a couple of times. Let's do this.
Right. I'll give her the gag so that she can do her little performing
Okay.
with her sounds as I ready myself with my dagger.
Oh no, I'm by myself and no one is here to save me. Help me. Oh. I'm going to have her do a performance check.
She has a performance.
She got a 19.
Hey! I knew I could rely on her.
Right? Who is that? Oh. Neri! You alright? Is that your little prey or whatever? Just bring it upstairs. We'll put it on the table for dinner. Come on. Where are you?
Okay. So this is what Vestra is going to try to mimic, like the sound of the girl that I encountered, and just like her voice, just kind of being like, okay, just kind of like give it like a little bit of like a try to like mimic.
I'm gonna have you do a deception.
Like one word.
It is okay. Since you're just doing one word, let's just do a straight roll.
But with okay, with the yeah. Oh no.
No.
Come in.
The voice goes quiet again. Neri, are you there too? And then goes silent once more.
Aster's gonna try and do Mary's voice.
Okay, go ahead and do.
Aster remembers. What's the roll?
Do a deception.
I mean,
It's pretty good.
nailed it.
No one says anything. Like this fellow doesn't say anything.
Okay.
What do you do?
Send out another theme of like a squeaker wind coming from their direction, and then try and do the voice again. Was that you? Are you okay?
You know, I'm gonna go get Gran and just have her come check things out. I'll be back. And then you hear a clunk sound.
All right.
Oh, so we're close.
We'll go head to that door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, Tasha can take out her gag. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tasha. That was a great job.
Thanks. I was a little worried, you know, like maybe I was like not quite living up to your expectations, but I really appreciate that you think so. Thanks.
You could never disappoint me, Tasha. Unless, like, we decided to stop believing in dragons or something.
As if.
Right?
All right, so as Tesha and Vestra and Aster head towards the noise that they heard ahead and above you, and Lemon Zest and Chris are leaving the dining room of horrors to find perhaps a better place to hide or otherwise find their friends, maybe. We're gonna call it for this week.
Ooh. Nice.
I had no idea how far you all were gonna get today, or where you're gonna go with things, and setting people on fire repeatedly and stuff was certainly not on my expectation list. Good job. And at least one of them has been dispatched, maybe more. You haven't seen Rose.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still know the situation in the kitchen still.
Yeah, that's going to be a completely new experience for at least the two of you. Who knows what Chris and Lemon Zest will think about what is lying in wait in there. Thanks so much for playing today, everybody. I appreciate it. Before we head out, I just want to say thanks for everyone who's watching today. I always appreciate you all joining our chaos. I know I probably missed a bunch of chatting. I was kind of like keeping an eye on things, but also really in the moment for today's game. I appreciate that. Stacey, thanks. I appreciate that you thought it was a great stream. Raven thought it was so much fun, hilarious. Thank you as well. I appreciate it. Why don't we do a round of what do you all have going on, if you have stuff going on?
Outside of the usual.
Do you have like stuff on roll D5 or?
Tonight I have performance review, my Triangle Agency AP over on Talking XP. Or on, I'm not on this one, but Roll D5 does have pretty sure Science Starlight is tonight.
Yeah.
On Roll D5.
Yeah. Nice game
which-
about
yeah.
space. Being
Yeah.
trapped in space. So it's a little intense.
Nice.
But yeah.
Wait, they're
Yeah,
intense in space?
Yes. And it's yes. And well, I mean, it's to be determined. It's also a GM-less game, so that's going to be super cool to see people
Nice.
put that together.
Yeah. Well, everyone
Intense.
tuned into either Talking XP or over on Roll D5 this evening for awesome stuff going on. Any other things? Mick, Adela, got stuff going on? All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Just want to do a shout out to Raven for being our great Weird and Patreon supporter. If you want to join, you can head over and also join our Patreon. There's the link for it, and we're gonna raid someone cool today, like we always do. Who's cool today? Let's do
So many
Quest
people.
Junkies.
Ooh.
They only have one viewer, and I don't know if it's because they just started, just ended, or what.
We find out.
All right, Raiden over there. Thanks again, everybody, for watching today, and we will see you next time. Bye.